All right, bless y'all. Brother Daniel here, Straightway, Indiana, Straightway Goshen. Mother Jennifer and Straightway Georgia Saints did a awesome video earlier, man, in the garden. And most of the time I do videos like that, I may do them on Instagram. I don't think I've ever done one for YouTube. So this was inspired by Mother Jennifer and Straightway, Georgia. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a little garden video here as well too, because their garden is beautiful, and this is the work that is happening all over this ministry. So here's this first bed here, and this is some kale. We've been eating off this kale quite a lot. So this is our first one of kale. This is tomato plants we just did about maybe 2 days ago. We started putting them in the tires here, because our growing seasons up here are totally different. I mean, up to 2 weeks ago, we had a bunch of frost. Like, it was crazy. It's very late for this year, but here's another tomato plant. These are, what's that? Cherokee purple. And these over here were Parks Whopper tomatoes. These are all big slices. We have more kale here and romaine lettuce. We've been harvesting a lot of this and eating them pretty much every day. So praise Yah, praise Yah. Here goes a shorter bed of butter crunch. This is all butter crunch lettuce here. Hallelujah. We've been eating a ton of butter crunch, and I said these sisters have been harvesting. We just got these down, these the Bonnie green peppers and the Big Bertha green peppers. Now, I don't know if y'all ever seen the video from last year, man. We put these poles in there because our green peppers get very tall, man. Last year they got about up to here, these green peppers. So we are excited about those as well. So it's good, we wanted to show you those. Hallelujah. Right here we have collard greens. Our sisters have been harvesting these collard greens, and they've been really good for us. Right here we have big beef tomatoes here. This is another slicing variety. Here we have Maxi Bell peppers. It's a hot pepper. We have habaneros, the Scotch bonnet peppers. Here we have jalapeno peppers here. And we utilize the sides of the blocks too. These onions literally grow all winter. These green onions, so the sisters are always out here cutting them. But this year, we never can have enough green onions, so we always put them in there. And you can see the smaller ones that we've done. And we put them on the side blocks, and they come up and they cut them. This here is more collard greens here that the sisters have done. Now here is our Jersey Wakefield cabbage. This is another slice of tomatoes. And this is some of our cabbage. We grow a lot of cabbage. I mean, an abundance of cabbage we grow. And look at that weed. Ugh. We grow an abundance of cabbage. So they're starting to get extremely big, and they'll start to curl all of the more. More green onions down in there. Like I said, we grow a lot of those. Here's another tomato plant. We put in these about 3 days ago. Another one here. These ones in these tires are all slices. Now here's a bunch of spinach. We've been eating the heck out of this spinach. It's been really, really good for us. This is garlic here. It's still down, and as you see, these plants are starting to wither and go down, which is usually a sign that it's ready to pick. Here's more green onions on the sides here, like I said. And those are really starting to come up, so sisters will be harvesting and cutting those. Hallelujah. Here's another tomato here. This is a Parks Whopper again, a big slicer. Here's another bed here of straight cabbage, Jersey Wakefield cabbage. And as you can see, they're doing really, really well. Really, really well. I wanted to show you another area here where we had saints come over. Shout out to Brother Ron's household. And they brought a bunch of strawberries. You see they did this strawberry patch here. It's a whole lot of strawberries right there. So we are definitely excited about that. Actually can see one already popping up. What they doing. They came over and really did a good job with that. Hallelujah. So I'm gonna walk over here. So last year, this was the first section that we did with our gardens. And then this year, we added some very long beds. I'm actually getting ready to do another bed here because if you see that garlic, it took half of that bed and it's getting into the spring and summer garden. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a long bed right here and I'm gonna strictly dedicate that to onions and garlic in the fall so we can have an abundance of that. So these long beds we did over here, like I said, we do a lot of cabbage, y'all. These are all Jersey Wakefield cabbage. And as you can see, they are doing pretty good. Pretty good. Hallelujah. Look at them cabbages, man. We got just a little different variety of cabbage here, but they're doing well. Right here is broccoli. Broccoli's doing very well. Right here is more butter crunch lettuce, which is doing extremely well here. We've been eating off that as like crazy, and these sisters are harvesting, getting it done. Right here, more broccoli here. Very excited about it. And then my favorite, Brussels sprouts. I am a huge fan of Brussels sprouts. And as you can see, these things are coming right now. These Brussels sprouts are really doing well, and I'm excited about them. Right here we have cilantro with just a few, as you can see there, jalapeno plants in between. We have more spinach here that we've been eating off of, and sister's been harvesting. They've been doing well for us. Right here we have Swiss chard. Got a bunch of Swiss chard. They're great in salads. Right here, more romaine lettuce that the sisters have been harvesting. We've been eating a ton of, and more kale here. Hallelujah. And what's getting ready to happen, you can see we're trying to get this together because we're getting ready to put another greenhouse right here. And shout out to the hub at Straightway, Tennessee. And because Shepherd helped us with these here, so I wanted to show it. Here's one of the greenhouses here. So, and it is hot in here. Ooh, and the door is open. Let me make sure that door stay open. But here's all squash in here. All of this is squash here, and all of these here are green and red peppers. We save a lot of those tags because you never know. You got to utilize them, put them in. So some old and some new tags, so we can always identify the stuff. You know, we know what this. But we usually put these poles here, and these green peppers will come up high here. So there's a bunch of green peppers and red peppers here. Here we have our seedlings, watermelon there, jalapenos there, more squash here. We got cantaloupe over here. These are all seedlings we're getting ready to put in the ground. We're actually gonna do this on the other side of the land, coming up here real soon. We got cucumbers, seedlings, and things coming up. Hallelujah. Make sure this thing stays open. It is hot in here. Whew. All right, sorry about that. Now I'm gonna show y'all the other hoop house. Again, shout out to Straightway at the hub for helping us out with this. I'm telling you, they have been a blessing. So here we have our tomatoes. Everything in here are varieties of these cherry tomatoes or husky tomatoes. And as if you've ever been down to the land, they have the exact same thing here with this bearless twine. At first I used the little rope variety, but it gets so damp in here at times it started to mold. So I noticed that Sister Alex did some speaking to the sisters down there, and they said Bella's twine works. So we went and we got it. But again, this is all a variety of cherry tomatoes. And if you know, these things will go all the way up to the ceiling. And I mean easily. They'll go all the way up to the ceiling. So we have here about 3, 6, 9, 12, 24, 26, 20, about 30 plants in here. So definitely just wanted to show y'all this. But they are growing, growing, growing. We are excited about it because these sisters make a lot of different sauces and things with tomatoes. That's why we grow a lot of tomatoes. So praise y'all. But definitely wanted y'all to see what's going on here. The Straightway Indiana-Goshen. Again, this video was inspired by Straightway Georgia. I saw them do a video. I said, man, we need to do us a video too. It's just such a beautiful thing seeing all of the saints all over every community, man, growing food and doing what, needs to be done. So praise y'all, bless y'all, and shalom, shalom.